Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. The Wicked movie is coming very soon, boys and girls, and the live-action adaptation of the stage play and, of course, the original source material book out there has a lot of fans super excited. I know I dated a girl in high school that was just an absolute fanatic for the Wicked series out there. She told me all about it. She absolutely loved it, and I was hoping for, at least for her sake and so many of the other fans out there, that they end up actually making a good quality adaptation that everyone can know and love. Well, boys and girls, in the modern era right now that we know that marketing is everything, and how you react to your fans and how you absolutely deal with them can end up making or breaking a movie out there. And well, ladies and gentlemen, we are having an absolute meltdown from the Wicked Witch of the West, all because of the fact that a few fans out there tried to honor the source material and edit the photo in order to look, or edit the new poster in order to look like the original, and she is losing her absolute mind over it, boys and girls. She had an absolute meltdown, a narcissistic rant to the nines over the fan edits of this film and of this poster, and it is absolutely hilarious, boys and girls. This narcissistic psychopath out there deserves to be shamed for the witch she is and the witch she is being to all of the fanatical fans out there that absolutely love the Wicked series, will absolutely love the Wicked franchise, and this is not going to end well for her in any way, shape, or form. So we're going to check out this article from Bounding Into Comics, getting all of the juicy details and see exactly what she said out there and make fun of her, laugh at her, ridicule her, and rage against her. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below. Does this surprise you at all that in the modern Hollywood era, there's this entitled witch out there who's having an absolute meltdown over nothing more than some fans having some fun with a poster? Or do you actually agree with her and think that, yes, by covering out her eyes and changing things about her is so offensive and it simply erases her? Let us know what you think about that in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to help support the channel, please check out the links in all of the descriptions, because all of that goes a long way for you to be part of the grease between our gears. So, from boundingintocomics.com and our dear sweet Billy Odore, Wicked star Cynthia Erivo condemns fans for editing film's poster to resemble Broadway original. None of this is funny. None of this is cute. It degrades me. Oh, you poor thing. One of the most pampered among us, literally part of the elites out there in Hollywood, making millions of dollars off of all of your projects out there. And oh, you feel so offended by some people on the internet doing fan edits, you poor thing. Wicked, or Wicked Part 1, as it is now known, is one of the most anticipated films of the 2024 festive season, as millions of Wizard of Oz fans looked forward to visiting the musical's fantastic representation of the Emerald City. The two films, the second one is scheduled for release in November 2025, will focus on the transformation of Elpha Throp from an innocent green-skinned college girl, so yeah, they are supposed to be playing as college age levels out there, into the dreaded Witch of the West, and her conflict with the snobby Glinda Upland, Ariana Grande, who herself goes on to become Glinda the Good. Ahead of the premiere in November 2024, Universal released both the first trailer for Wicked and its official theatrical poster. Its artwork features Elvira donning her infamous pointed black hat and Glinda whispering in her ear with a cupped hand. While the poster closely recreates the one used to promote the original Stephen Schwartz penned musical, many fans were unhappy about the changes made to the image, such as Elvira's eyes no longer being covered by the brim of the hat, and perhaps most notably, the fact that her enchanting red smirk was now a lipstick-less green. And honestly, that was one of the things that I noticed. We saw this poster, like as soon as the poster came out, we saw this stuff kind of go viral all over on social media out there. Everybody saw this, and yeah, it was one of those things. It did look drastically different from the original out there, and honestly, the original poster was much more attractive and much better looking than this new updated version as well. Following its reveal, fan art quickly hit social media as viewers moved to correct these discrepancies. And while most of their attempts focused on bringing the film's poster more in line with its inspiration, some noticeably decided to take a dark turn with their efforts. For example, one fan produced an AI video with the poster which showed the two lead actresses fighting, while others took to still looking using their editing skills to mock Elvira's anatomy, which of course is not appropriate. It's not cool, but guess what? It's the internet. Literally Rule 34 exists. So come on, boys and girls, like the internet's it's a wild, wild west out there. Crazy things are going to happen, and guess what? There's assholes everywhere. It's going to happen. There's no doubt about that. Enter Everio, who rather than either ignoring these edits or recognizing that, for the most part, they were made in order to pay homage to the original Wicked musical, instead took massive offense to the fact that fans had altered her image. And that's always what it comes down to, the narcissism. Notice it'll all be about her here, and not the source material or the fans in any way, shape, or form. Taking to the auto-deleting stories feature of her personal Instagram account. Hey, guess what? The internet is forever. Trust me, we're watching and monitoring you. And even if it does auto-delete, guess what? There is no such thing as auto-delete on the internet. It will be around forever. So you can try to hide your little meltdown for later down the road. But trust me, we will always remember it because the internet is like elephants and we have very long memories. On October 15th, the actress took aim at the above poster edit from Wicked Mexico fans and declared that the musical accurate poster was the wildest, most offensive thing I have ever seen, equal to the awful AI of us fighting, equal to the people posting the question, is your private part green? Literally, this is the meltdown she's having. Like if she was having the meltdown about the AI of the fighting or the other questions about her genitalia, I would get that. I would totally understand that. But she is comparing the edit that makes it look more accurate to the source material in the original poster, a fan edit, and saying it is the exact same thing. This woman is deranged and she is clearly a lunatical witch. What the hell? From there, the actress broke into an all-out rant, declaring, none of this is funny. None of it's cute. It degrades me. It degrades us. And mind you, she's talking down to the Mexico fans of Wicked, another one of those protected classes, those minorities, those POCs that Hollywood is always supposed to be trying to represent and lift up. Well, apparently not this POC talking to other POCs. The original poster is an illustration. I'm a real-life human being who chose to look right down the barrel of the camera to you, the viewer, because without words, we communicate with our eyes. Our poster is an homage, not an imitation. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me, and that is just deeply hurtful. You talk about narcissism to the nines. By hiding your eyes, they erased you. So your face only makes up of your eyes? There is no other part of your face in any way, shape, or form that people would obviously recognize that this is you. This is the level of narcissism. This is the level of narcissism. To edit my face and hide my eyes is to erase me. Do you not exist anywhere other than in this poster? Does simply hiding your eyes remove the fact that we can see every one of the rest of your facial features that is obviously recognizable as you? These people are psychopaths. This is an absolute insane meltdown. But of course, the fans pushed back because they were not going to take this. And everybody with half a brain cell of common sense left in their head recognized she went full witch on the fans, all because they wanted to make a fan poster that honored the original. However, rather than receiving a one-sided outpouring of support, which I'm sure is exactly what she was expecting, Erivo instead found her post met not just by her supporters, but also numerous Wicked fans who believed she may have been overreacting to the edit, which they correctly noted were not being made out of malice, but again out of a desire to see the live-action poster conform with the original Broadway one. And that's all they were doing. I don't see the harm in this. It's just a simple edit to show how it would be if it was identical to the original. I think this person is just a fan who didn't mean to hurt anyone. And no, they didn't. They were just trying to show their love and trying to show off their editing skills. That's it. And this psychopath out there took such a great offense to this. She compared it to other very obviously offensive things to any common sense person. But that's exactly how narcissistic these people possessed by the spirit of the age are. Because anything that they can find to take offense over, they will, and they will try to use it as a power play against the fans and against the audience. And guess what? This ain't gonna work. You are going to get roasted for this across hundreds of thousands of channels and across hundreds of millions of comments all across the world because you decided to be a witch to actual Wicked fans out there who simply wanted to make something closer to their classic. And from a neutral perspective, it should be noted that fans are clearly right. Nothing in the edit or the post directly attacks the actress. Truly, all Wicked Mexico fans did was give Elvira red lipstick and cover her eyes. Of course, as seen in the conclusion of her above post, Elvira didn't think so, and has instead chosen to foment an absolute non-controversy. Ultimately, Erivo would close out her attack on the fans by sharing the film's poster. Let me put this right, to remind you, and cleanse your palate. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you, our benevolent overlord. Thank you for cleansing our palate, because of course we are all exactly like you and took all of the offense just like you did to this poster. No, we didn't. You know why? Because we're not a bunch of narcissistic, psychopathic witches. We're just a bunch of fans out there that want to just go, hey, this is the original. This is the original. Interestingly enough, her strong comments about the fan edits haven't been shared by any of her Wicked co-stars. Color us shocked there. Because in the modern era now, most people recognize that attacking your fans is a really stupid idea. And the word is going out there. We've seen articles from mainstream legacy media institutions out there in Hollywood talking about how now everything's had to change because guess what? Fans do push back. Fans do make their voices heard. And when you go out there and say something as stupid and ridiculous as this, then you deserve the label witch. You deserve all of the pushback and everything else you get. And I hope every Wicked fan out there with half a decent amount of editing skills, and even if the best you can do is Microsoft Paint, go out there and make your own fan version of this poster. Make it look more like the original. Change as much of it as you want. And make sure you tag her. Make sure you post it. And let her know that the fans' voices will not be silent. They will push back against your absolute narcissism, psychopathy, and will not put up with it. I have no doubt that the Wicked movie will end up making money. Unfortunately, I wish more fans would recognize and see reactions from absolute psychopathic narcissists out there in Hollywood and not support them. But at the end of the day out there, the majority of fans are normies. They don't see this kind of stuff and they'll never see this video, which if you were wise and you were nice, you'd share this video out there with them so they all know exactly what she thinks of the fans out there. Because she deserves to get exactly what she deserves. But she probably won't because the majority of people are normies out there. But at the end of the day, more and more of the audience are waking up as to whether or not this movie is going to end up being a faithful adaptation that only the fans actually accept and love. Well, November's coming here very soon, boys and girls, and we will find out whether or not that plus this absolute psychopathic witch's meltdown of a narcissism actually ends up affecting this movie or not. At the end of the day, this lady, even if this movie ends up being a success, may still get exactly what she deserves.